starting directly on the light box. The fun fact about this painting is that this is actually my second attempt. The first time I tried painting this particular drawing, I used a full 9x12 sheet of paper, and it wasn't cropped down, so there was a lot of negative space just kind of around her face and her outfit, and that was weird. And then also the color choices I made were just not awesome. She looked kind of scary at the end, so I decided that I needed to start over because I loved this drawing so much. So I wanted to do it justice. So that's why you don't get to see me actually sketching the drawing from scratch. You're just kind of seeing me trace it a little bit on the light box. But from there, you'll get to see the entire painting process. None of that was really lost, except for, I think, a moment of when I was painting the first layer of the hair, I think didn't get recorded. But other than that, you're getting the whole enchilada, which is nice. And the paint that I'm using to do this, and for all of my paintings really, is called gouache paint. And gouache, if you've never heard of it, it's not a super common medium that you hear about a lot, but it's basically highly pigmented, opaque watercolors. So you can water activate it, and it comes in tubes the same size and shape and look and brands as watercolors do. But it's not meant to be used with water. It's not watered down. It's not really flowy or transparent. You don't really layer with it very much. You don't do glazes with it. It's just kind of a flat paint. So I think it's more of like a graphic design kind of medium versus, I think, watercolor is more of an expressive medium to use. But I tend to go towards more graphic design, so that's why it really works for me, getting those super flat, super vibrant colors. And gouache is a really tricky medium to use, especially if you're used to watercolors. It's kind of hard to train yourself to go a little bit thicker because it feels very, very wrong when you first start. And there is a certain amount of consistency that you have to like play with and practice with, getting it just right. With gouache, straight from the tube is a little too thick to spread around, so you have to add a little bit of water to thin it out, I've found. But too much and it's like really runny, and then it doesn't flow right. It's a very persnickety medium to use. But I love the look of it, so I keep going back to it time and time again. And I love that it's water activated. I think that's so much more economical than using acrylic paints that are going to dry out and you have to clean your palette. This, you can just kind of set it and forget it and come back to it as you need and not have to worry about working super fast and worry about only portioning out the correct amount of paint. A little bit goes a very, very long way with gouache. So it's a very affordable way to get a very graphic look. And I highly recommend it if you like more intense colors and if you like more of a graphic design quality to your coloring. I also kind of recommend it, or at least this is why I started using it, I should say. I chose to invest in a set of gouache because I thought it would be a little bit more versatile than investing in markers. That was really the choice that it came down to, is that I wanted to color my artwork. And it was like, okay, I could go buy a bunch of Copics and try to figure that out, or Copic equivalents, and go the marker route, which is really popular, or I can kind of try something a little bit different and still achieve that really opaque, vibrant color. And gouache just kind of popped up as the solution for me. And I really like it because I have maybe like a dozen tubes of paint, and I don't even need that much. I have more than I need. But I have an infinite amount of colors available to me. And instead of having to buy an infinite number of markers, I bought a dozen paints, and that's really, really cool. And again, really economical. And let's just face it, painting's really fun. It's not the most convenient, and it takes a little bit more time, but it's so pleasant. And I really love making these paintings for you. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in getting a print of this piece, they will be available in my shop at time of recording anyway. So I hope you check it out, and I hope you enjoy watching, and I will be back with more videos for you soon. Thank you so much.